Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. As you may be able to tell, I'm still a little bit sick. My voice might be even worse than it was yesterday, so I do apologize. Whatever I sound like now, likely what I'll sound like for the rest of the episode. That was my Badoop. Xbox is doing something where it just sends me one Badoop a day. And I get that Badoop just before I start recording, and today, when I started recording. Now, it might be a shorter episode today because, well, as you can tell, I don't really have much of a voice, but I do want to make an episode. There's stuff we need to do. Now, the first thing we need to do, if we want to continue, is we need to make chemical crystallizers, right? This is the next piece of our puzzle, pretty much. And it needs fluorite. We have none. In our entire system, in all of its glory, we don't have any fluorite. And so we've got to get some. Now, we've got a few options. One option involves finding a new chunk and mining it. That's pretty obvious. New chunks should have mechanism spawns, ore spawns, and that includes, of course, fluorite. We can do that. It's not a bad idea. We could also use, we had a suggestion from Tam and OG, to use the mechanical miner. Where is it? The digital miner, this guy here. It's a pretty good version of a quarry. It'll magically dig up items within a, what is it? A 32 block radius. And it's pretty good. Like it is pretty good. You can literally tell it fluorite, and it will just pull the fluorite out of the ground. So part of me wants to do that just to show it off. The other part of me wants to just set up a light gray laser lens and get ourselves fluorite that way, because that's another option. We don't even have to put it in any specific biome. We could chuck it in the room down there and get the stuff. I'll tell you what, we may do both. We'll see what we can set up. I'll go for the digital miner first, just because, I mean, we're doing mechanism stuff, right? We'll give it a shot. I do apologize again if my voice is horrible, because I'm not sure how bad it sounds. I'll have to experience some of this when I go through editing. So if it sounds bad for you guys, I'm with you on that. And I also want to apologize for some of the coughs, because they sneak up on me as well, and I may just miss them when I'm editing. So I do apologize. I'm looking for them, but a few of them do slip past, as well as any other interesting noises that happens to be made this episode. Listen, I'm doing a public service announcement, okay? You guys can't get mad at me afterwards. We need a little robot. We'll get the robot built, and then we're pretty much done, which is pretty good. So we'll get that done. I think we are waiting on this refined obsidian. Yeah, it's not built yet. It's almost there though. That's pretty good. There we go. We've got a little robot. And boom, digital miner. All right, so this guy we need to take to a new chunk. Now, I don't know where a new chunk is. So yeah, where do we want to go? I'm thinking we could go to one of our like up here in the Ice Ice Baby biome, and then just push out and see how far we can go. I don't want to spend too long traveling, but I do want to give it a quick go. Alternatively, what I'd do is I'd pick up everything in the mining dimension, delete the mining dimension, jump back in it so it regens a brand new one. But, I mean, we'll see how we go. So, what we're looking for here, which you guys have told me in the past, is ideally flowing anything. Obviously, in the nether, it's easier to see because you'll see, like, flowing lava. But if we can see some sort of, like, flowing water start to happen as we pop up, then we know we're in a new chunk. On top of that, the fact that these are loading slow, and this is like server side that it's loading slow, that's a pretty good sign that this is actually new chunks. So I'll probably believe that these are new chunks. I don't think we need too much proof here. So I might even just set it down here and see what we get. We'll see, of course, there's slime. Oh, there's a slime nest. I was going to say we can't escape the slimes, but it was not a real slime. What is that? What are you? A lost soul. Oh, let me find your way. Okay. It's invincible. It might not be invincible, but yeah, I can't be bothered. Alrighty, we'll slap down our digital miner. It is a big block, deceptively big. There we go. Now it needs power, so we'll give it some power there. Right-click this guy to turn him on, or I guess open him up. I would like some visuals, because that sounds awesome. We'll turn that on. It's not ready. Auto eject, auto pull, silk touch. Yeah, let's do some silk touch. Now this guy can take speed and energy upgrades, so I'll go ahead and order those. Upgrades. So we're going to want 8 of you and 8 of you, I believe. Boom. So they'll get cooking. Cool. In the meantime, we're going to click config. And what we want to do is search fluorite and drag out fluorite ore in here. Radius. I mean, we want the max radius, so we're going to search 32, I guess. There we go. Minimum. Sure. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's the Y or the X. Doesn't really say, does it? Filters. Minimum 0, maximum 60. Not sure. But we'll add that. Once again, I guess. We're going to do tag. Drag in this. Drag in that. Interesting. And click save. No tag. Well, this. I want this. Maybe I need to write the tag. So what would the tag be? If we look through here, what I'm looking for is forge ores / fluorite. It's sort of near the bottom there underneath item tags. So don't hover over things when you're doing it. Let's try that again. Forge what's next? Ores / fluorite. Okay, and I'm gonna no matching targets. Really? Have I spelt something wrong, perhaps? Ores / fluorite. Oh, I keep doing the O before the U. I've done that a few times, so I just wanted to apologize for that. Today is the apology tour. Tomorrow is the opposite. I don't know. Cool. So this should do deep slate and fluorite, like normal fluorites. That's pretty cool. Sweet. I'm happy then. Filter enabled. Let's go back. Cool. We should have our upgrades. Oh, in my head, by the way, my voice sounds horrendous. It doesn't really hurt to talk at the moment, but I'm aware that, you know, we're not sounding too pretty. There's a lot of like, normally I can feel a lot more of my talking, whereas for some reason now I just feel like it's like bleh. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like air coming out. Alrighty, the upgrades are in. We're gonna click start. Hey, there we go. So already, as you can see, we're getting fluorite. So I mean, it's on. It's silk touched up 6. Are we believing that that's all that we've got? I'm gonna say no, right? I'm gonna click reset, go into the config. Can I change this to be -60? I can. I wonder if that's the Y level. As in, before it was going between 0 and 60. Now we're doing -60 to 60. That sounds better in my eyes. So I'm going to click start again. Yeah. And now there's like 600 to mine. That's pretty cool. So if I go ahead and time in a bottle this guy 8 times, doesn't look like he really cares. What block do you think counts as the core? You know what I mean? Which one gets the silk touch actually doing stuff? I can't tell. That's fine though. Hey, look at that. We've got over a stack. Cool. As you can see though, he's not like, he doesn't just do one thing. Also, I think a visual's just all this. Yeah, maybe. Pretty cool. I do like the guy. I mean, this is enough to continue with what we're doing. The question is, I'll tell you what. Oh, what does it look like with shaders over here? Surely it's stunning. I've toggled them. Oh, the monitors, they work. Oh, they've got like an interesting dimension to them. Like some interesting depth or something. Look at that. Look at that for a thumbnail potential. Or we just do that. I don't know. Yeah, because the other option is I just go and quickly make laser drills. I think we'll do that. We'll go and make laser drills. As for this guy, I'm just going to pick him up. I'm going to pick him up and we'll bring him with us. How does that sound? Because, I mean, he's gotten us more than we need at the moment. And he's not going to get us enough that we'll need in the future. If that makes sense. Alright, so this stuff here, what are we doing with it? We can enriching chamber it into 6. Or nothing else. Sure. Let's do that then. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? We'll go to our special enriching. No, I mean we set up a factory here. Let's at least start using it. Where is it? We set it up somewhere. I swear. I swear. Okay. It should be this one, right? Yeah, enriching factory. So if I just chuck the stuff in here, I won't pass the spawners again. I imagine that's why there was a bit of lag. Oh, I haven't put upgrades in these. I didn't even think about upgrades. Okay. Okay. Alright, well anyway, that is some fluorite, so that is enough to begin. Shall we automate the rest of the fluorite, or shall I automate the rest of the machines and then, like, the fluorite, that's an easy step. That'll happen later. Okay, that's an easy step. So what do we leave on? We left on the purification factory, and that gave us, the shards gave us the factory, I believe. So now we're looking at crystals, which come from chemical crystallizers. That makes sense. So chemical crystallizers. These guys, we don't actually have auto-crafted magically. So we're just gonna have to, no, we need to auto-craft them. What am I talking about? Also, I mean, hey, what are we doing? Like, hello? Set up a waystone, my guy. Like, who is this guy? How does it take him to be sick to finally do this? Mechanism, big time. Boom. Processing. Is this? Yeah, it's probably pretty close. Cool. Okay, so chemical crystallizer. Let's grab that guy. Wonderful. And he can go in there. Cool. So chemical crystallizer, and we want 3 for now. We're gonna stick with that little 3 at a time thing we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and not use the waystone I just set up, and we're just gonna fly back because I don't know. In our world, that's quicker. Cool. They're not built yet, but they're on their way. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to. Yeah. Do we need speed upgrades yet? I guess not. Okay. We'll play it cool. We'll play it safe. All right. 3 chemical crystallizers. We're gonna give them roughly the same amount of gap here. These guys can go in the same like lineup as these. Yeah, that should be fine. Listen, these aren't going to be spaced perfectly. That's going to be horrible, but we'll stick with it for now. Alright, so, these are going to be pretty much the same in how they work, except instead of receiving items, they're going to be receiving a slurry. Now, there is issues with slurries from Mechanism. Now, the problem with them is they're not a fluid, allegedly. As in, I don't believe you can move them through water pipes. In fact, I think they go through gas pipes. This doesn't really say, it doesn't specify. But I know with Mechanism, one of these specifies... Yeah, look, they've got a pressurized tube here that does gases and slurries. So it treats it as a gas. At least the Mechanism pipes do. So in terms of hooking it up to our refined storage system, this might be the first part where it's connected to a second system instead of like my plan to put everything back in the system and then into the next and then back in the system into the next. You know what I mean? Like what we're currently doing. So exporting and importing. Instead, we're just going to go from one system to the next one. Which, once again, arguably we could have done that from the start, but I think by doing it the way we're doing it, I don't know, something will happen. Now, should we use these pipes? I mean, I guess we should. So if we search pressurized pipes, we do actually have the ultimate ones. We've got those hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hook them up like these ones that were the insert pipes, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and we do. I'm going to need the configurator. So that is this guy here. And that's going to allow me to actually manipulate the tubes and the pipes. So I should be able to, as you can see, shift right click and remove all the sides now there. Now you can specify a push, so that'll push it into the machine. But if there's another side that's like if there's liquids in the pipe and it can go in here, they're just going to go in there. I don't think it's necessary to set it to push. I honestly, part of me wants it to, because I don't really know why you use the push otherwise. Like I don't know what the purpose is. Anyhow, that should be fine. Let's go gates. Okay. I don't know what that was. That was a little bit weird. I don't know why we didn't have anything. Alright, these guys are powered. They're going to receive slurries, courtesy of that pipe. We're going to tell it that items will be output out the back. There we go. Auto eject, sure. Slurries will be input from the top. And the rest of this does not matter. Energy is already inputting everywhere. Slurry, item, perfect. That's good. Configuration card, shift right click, and boom, boom. Now, I do want to test something. If I get upgrades, and we order, sorry, I couldn't math there. And we order 8 of each, boom. Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, like we get, 16 of each, sorry. Will the configuration card install them for us? Because that would be really cool if it did. For example, if I top this guy up with 1 of each, like that, and then we copy that configuration and I right click here. Oh, come on guys. So close to greatness if it just put those upgrades in as well. Because now I've got to do, you know, triple the clicks. Triple the clicks, my poor fingers. Okay. So yeah, I mean, these are good, right? Next is figuring out where we get clean iron slurry from. Now that is from the chemical washer. So we're going to go chemical again. Chemical. We don't even have the washer. Who is this guy? Who does he work for? What is he doing? How does he get away with this? Alright, I have ordered the washers. They should be on their way. Yep, here we go. 2 so far. And then that's the 3rd. Beautiful. Alright, so. Most bang for your buck. Excellent. 1, 2, and place them here. Boom, boom, boom. And hook these guys up. Okay, so. Chemical washer, what do they need? They're going to need liquids in the form of water. And I'm going to have the water enter from a side. The slurry will enter from the top. That's an easy one to do. So slurry will input from the top. And it will output out the back. Simple. That way, now we know how that's going to work. Input top, output back. Energy is going to be on the front. So that leaves the bottom to be our water input. And I think that works as well. That's not a problem. So we'll go in here, fluids, and we're just going to make sure that he knows that's going to happen at the bottom. The rest of these sides don't really matter. I can close all the item inputs because he doesn't need any item inputs. There's nothing going to be happening. And that guy's ready to go. We'll copy him across. So we'll go ahead and hook this guy up. There we go. So that's going to be the slurries inputting at the top. They will also be outputting at the bottom. Now, I'm going to connect it here and then disconnect it here. And that should be good. There we go. Set it to none. Obviously, partly for looks and partly because we won't have to disconnect that pipe ever again because these are all just going to be in a straight line. They're never going to connect. So it was just this once I had to do that. There is a possibility. I have seen pipes from mechanisms specifically act oddly in the past. I don't even know if it was pipes. I think it was pipes connected to multi-blocks. So these should be fine, but it is something to keep an eye on. So we'll make sure that we report back if there's ever any issues. Like if I notice off camera or something, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Water will happen via fluid pipes. We'll grab an ultimate pipe upgrade, and we'll grab a sink. I know we had a sink all the way over there, I think, but you know, we'll set a new one up. It's a-okay. So we'll go into here. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. You're gonna go there. Boom, boom, boom. And you're gonna be round robin, so the water will be equally distributed, just in case any of them feel like getting more water than they require. And this guy's pretty much good to go. We grab our gates, 1, 2, 3, slap them onto the front, and they're good to go. We can double check everything. Slurries, output back, input top. That should all be good. Now, because they're on auto eject as well, we shouldn't even have to tell this guy to pull the slurry out. And that should obviously save us quite a bit of time as well. These guys over here, they're outputting an item at the back. I actually forgot to hook these up. They're obviously going to need importers. I don't know why I want to do these covers with the hole. It makes my job so much more difficult, but for some reason I'm like, but it looks good, doesn't it? Like, does it? Does it though? Oh, I didn't even mean to make that many. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll make more. You'll go there. Importer. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Remain calm. Nuggets. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Okay, so where do I need to connect you? You go there. Cool. Perfect. I'm sure there's close connections, but once again, we'll keep everything as though they're individually built. Okay, so this guy is now hooked up and ready to go, except for obviously the start and the upgrades. So next on, the clean slurry comes from the dirty iron slurry, and this stuff comes from a chemical dissolution chamber. So this guy, I know I've already got 2 of them. So let's go ahead and order another. And these will allegedly go here, but I'll be honest, I would not be surprised if we need to make some more room for this. Although, I think we will have a different area for making like all the fluoride and stuff, or the sulfur dioxide, or whatever it is. Sodium, listen, the stuff we're about to make, I just remember it being a nightmare. It's possible it's not, but we'll look into this. So this guy here, he needs a fluid input, an item input, and an output. Now the output's easy. That is a slurry, and that will output out the back. That's obviously going to connect up there. So he's all ready. We know what he's going to be, so I can preemptively hook up those machines, and they're going to connect like that. Awesome. Now, at the top, I don't think it's actually going to be a slurry. I think it's actually going to be, I don't think it's a fluid. It might be regarded as a gas. What we need is we need sulfuric acid. Now, the reason why I say it's a gas is because if you look here, you get sulfuric acid from decondensating a liquid, right? And you get the liquid by condensing sulfuric acid, aka the gas. So this is technically a gas, at the very least in this mod pack. And so that's then a whole different chain, but once again, we'll leave that for now. So sulfuric acid is a gas. We're going to have that input from the top. Yeah. And that's going to be with items. Items are also going to input at the top. Oh, and where are they going to output? Great question. We're going to have these come from the bottom. These are going to have to come from the bottom. Oh, God. Okay, it's getting a little messy. Because I want the importers on the back. No, there's no item output, sorry. Hold on, we're good. We're good, there's no item output. Just an item input. Alright, we're perfectly fine. So we can go to pipes. We can grab our universal pipes. These will do the gases and the items. So we're going to have maybe a chest here. And then something else somewhere. So chest will allegedly go. I'm just deciding if we want something else to go there. Like if we want to run the pipe from a different system there. We could. Honestly, what we could even do is I'm going to have a crafter connected here. No, I'm going to have an exporter. Oh, what are we going to have? Yeah. The thing is, this is the start of the system. No, is it? Hold on. No, it's, yeah, this is the start of the system. So this is getting sulfuric acid plus whatever it is we're trying to duplicate or multiply, right? So we're either putting iron ore in here, different type of ore, different type of ore. And if I want this entire system to run every type of ore, do we want an exporter or do we want a crafter? Now, an exporter will get rid of all the stuff. But that could be annoying. If we do a crafter, I'll have to order the stuff. But we'll probably have, like, for example, 100,000 kept in our system, like ingots, or even 1 million kept in our system. So it'll be running 24/7. Oh, but if I do a crafter, the only issue we have is it's going to be aiming, like I'm going to have to put the recipe in to tell it how much it gets at the end. Which I guess we can do. We do get an actual number. Yeah, hey, we could do that. It's an interesting idea. I would have to custom make every recipe to say like, you know, one block of raw iron goes in. I don't know, 27 iron ingots come out, and then it just waits for that to happen. Should we do that? I think we will. I think a crafter is the play here. We'll chuck in a netherite one because obviously we want the best of the best. So this guy is going to go here. He does not have a pipe upgrade. Let's grab that. By the way, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Like, I'm hoping that I've still got voice at this point. I can definitely feel it getting worse than it was. But I think we're still good. I think there's still words being said. That's the main thing for now. Nope, that's not. I know you can wrench it, but like, if my wrench doesn't do it, then it's not worth doing. Alright, that guy's hooked up. Item goes here, gets pulled out and goes. As for the slurry, what I was going to say, oh sorry, the sulfuric acid, we could store it in liquid form within our refined storage system in the fluid grid, right? With all the other stuff we've got here. Eh? Not a bad idea. And then like the concentrate it again to run it in there, but whatever. Alright, so where are we at? We're about 30 minutes in. We might be able to do this. Sulfuric acid. Here we go. You've got two options. You either make it using other stuff, which isn't too bad, but it's a process, or you get it directly from sulfur dust. As in, I could literally put sulfur dust in this slot, and we're good. It will just make the stuff. The only problem is, it needs a lot of that, and we've got some, but it needs a lot of it. Now, it is the Greg Tech sulfur that it wants. Obviously, there's ores, and I guess we've got some of them. Probably a lot. We could also get it from sag milling charcoal, which is automatable. So that's an option. That's a way to get it. What else? Gunpowder can be hydrogen chlorided. We obviously have the gunpowder from our mob farm. So that's not a bad idea as well. There's some PRC stuff you can do. Yeah, and so that's an option. If we go the other route, so that, by the way, one sulfur will give you 2 millibuckets. Okay, so that's, if we need, how much do we need to get this? We would need at least 100 millibuckets. Or 200 millibuckets, right? So that's, that's 100 sulfur, right? So we would need 100 sulfur per block. That's a lot of sulfur being made at once. Now, alternatively, what we want to look at are the millibuckets to millibuckets. Now, obviously, we're adding in 2 millibuckets here. So 1 millibucket of sulfur trioxide, 1 millibucket of water vapor, and we're getting 1 millibucket out of it. Now, what I do when I look at this is I say no, because this is just water vapor. We're literally getting this from turning water into water vapor 1-to-1. Like, water's infinite, doesn't matter. So all I care about is the thing that actually uses something that we don't just have infinite of, and that's this guy. So the sulfur trioxide is a 1-to-1 to sulfuric acid. Now the sulfur trioxide, you'll see again, this uses 1 millibucket of oxygen, and it uses 2 millibuckets of sulfur dioxide. And once again, you get 2 millibuckets of sulfur trioxide. So once again, 2 to 2. The sulfur dioxide you get from sulfur dust, and you get 100 millibuckets per dust. So if you calculate that up, obviously it's I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1, right? Because 100 and then it's 2 to 2, so it's 1-to-1 essentially, 2 to 2, and then that's 1-to-1. So the ratio is 1-to-1 the whole time. Instead of needing 100 sulfur, we need 2 sulfur, and we just have to run through this system. That's pretty good. And all of this oxygen, obviously, like, that's easy to get. That's all just water, pretty much. So let's do it. So yeah, let's follow the steps. So to make this stuff, we're gonna need chemical infusers. So chemical infuser, we'll get 3 of those. Now this is where it can get a little bit messy in terms of how many machines you need. For example, we might not need 3 of these, right? We might need just 1 of these machines, whereas the water vapor machine, we might need 100, right? So the ratio is not gonna be perfect here, but that's okay. All right, so we'll slap these guys down. So what are these going to need? They're going to be infusing sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Now, if we actually look at the description for this machine, a machine capable of oxidizing solid materials into... No, that's not this guy, sorry. Where is he? Did I unbind him? The chemical infuser. A machine that produces a new gas by infusing to others. So we're just dealing with gases here. The benefit of that means that I can just use my gas pipe to connect all of them. You know what I mean? Or I guess we could use pressurized... I think we'll just use... The mechanism pipes are nicer, but what I'm thinking is we'll be able to have... no, I don't really know. I think... Yeah. Okay. How are we going to do this? So, okay. Let's do what we know. We know that the output of the gas we want to happen at the back, because that's going to be the sulfuric acid, and that's going to go into this. Now, will that connect? Allegedly, it will. Can I tell it? No, this guy doesn't really... He might. That's going to be messy, though. I think the better option is we could get a quick chemical tank as like a bit of a buffer, and to bridge the gap. Because now I can obviously hook that up there, grab a pipe upgrade, and benefit from that. So boom. That should be good. Go to gas, round robin. Awesome. Perfect. This guy here, honestly, output at every side except for the bottom. That's where you're going to input. Cool. I guess I could see. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Okay, so the output's taken care of. Next are the two inputs. Now, honestly, I think we'll do the water vapor, which looked like it was coming from the right. The orange side. So we're going to do that side at the bottom. So I'm going to go gases, and the bottom is going to be input number 2. And that's what we'll do. And I'm going to hook that guy up for every single other one. I guess I should have done the other thing. The red is going to happen, I guess at the top. That makes sense. Gases, red input at the top. Perfect. So once again, we'll copy that, move that across. So we'll hook this up, make sure we disconnect it so that we don't have any troubles. Cool. And that is going to run across the tops of them. Awesome. So this guy is going to get the stuff from whatever the next system is. Cool. And the bottom is going to get it from a sink doing some transforming. Now, we're going to need a lot of this water vapor potentially. It's not just water to water vapor. There's a machine involved, right? And the machine could be slow. We need to be conscious of this. And so I may actually make a line for it. I was just going to... I did want them to just connect at the bottom. Because obviously we're going to put... we wanted to put our power at the front. We really don't need to have the power at the front, but... For some reason, I keep doing it. But we can have the water vapor attached underneath. That's fine. It'll hook up through here. We can disconnect that. I mean, we can even... Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll do this. We can even hook this up here. And, once again, just have these disconnected. And just give it a quick line to go down. So... That's going to come out of a rotary condensator. So let's go here, rotary condensator. Once again, we'll get 3 to start us off. And I think I'll place them right in front of this guy. And they'll go along there. And then this one may have to take a different route. Maybe. I'm not certain, but we'll see. So these are going to come close together. You know what? We're actually going to go back one. Just to sort of stay in line with what we've got to go on over here. Because when this one's in line with this, we've gone back once. This one's in line with this, we'll go back one again, right? We actually went back 2. So maybe, and then we go back 2 again. Yeah, let's go back 2. I mean, honestly, that gives us a lot of space. So actually, I do quite like that in terms of over here. Cool. So, we may actually just be able to run this guy like completely under, as in go across here and have it pop out. So that'll go there, then it will pop out, it will connect across here, that'll be good. What I may do as well is have this guy connect there, because what we'll probably do is have a sink. Yeah, we'll have the sink go under. The reason I do this is we don't want to take up too much space here. Again, because we're going to have some more machines along the wall there. So you're going to go there. We're obviously going to have some stuff connected here. So we've got the pipes on us. We just need a pipe upgrade. Boom. Brilliant. If I can remember the stuff I need. You go there. Cool. Round robin. Awesome. So this guy is going to decondensentrate. He is obviously going to input the fluid from the bottom. He is going to output the fluid at the top. And it's going to be on auto output. And he's good to go. There's going to be no items taking place. Cool. Let's go ahead and grab that. Do that and that. Let's grab the gate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So this guy's up and running. That is unlimited vapor. Now, you'll notice already, this first guy's getting the water vapor. These guys are not. Why are they not? Because I haven't placed the pipe there. Cool. But now are they? Yes. Okay. And you can see these two pretty much have an identical amount. I'm just looking at this part here. When I look across, it's not much of a difference, which means it is going to be an even split. Obviously, this first guy got lucky. He got some bonus ones, but it should be round robin from the rest. Okay, so 1/2 done. Now he needs the sulfur trioxide. Now that's coming from another chemical infuser. So we're going to go chemical infuser. Get 3 of these guys. They're obviously going to go over here. I could just do a gap of 1. You know what? No, I think we can do the 2. So I'm going to go here to place them. Oh, wow. That's way more than 2. Okay. Well, the strat we were doing doesn't really work. That's fine. Alright, so this guy as well. He will be outputting out the back. And that will be coming this way. And it will go across here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not too sure. I'm going to disconnect this. This pipe is empty. I'm going to connect this pipe here. Just so I can do the disconnecting without any gases moving around. And then reconnect this one. That means we don't have any water vapor in this pipe accidentally. Because then that might be a pain to get out. So that should be good. So this guy, we can already tell him, hey, you're going to be outputting a gas that way. Awesome. Okay, so this is for the sulfur trioxide. So this stuff needs sulfur dioxide and oxygen. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have just done a gap of 1. No, it's fine, it's fine. Oh god, is it fine? What did I do here? I guess I sort of did the same. I didn't even hook these up. So the oxygen will have come from a chain like this. So let's go ahead and put some stuff on. Do we have enough room here? I'm concerned that we don't have enough room now. So what's this going to be? This is pretty much the end though, right? So I'm going to have oxygen made here. Okay. And then we have possibly a gap and then possibly another one here. Full of chemical oxidizers. That can work. Alright, so electrolytic separators are going to go here, here, and here. Cool. These will obviously involve a sink that will go underneath. Grab that. I should also just have like a stack pre-ordered. I can't do that. We don't have stack potential. Can I make 10? No. Awesome. Alright, let's just make like 3. Sure. Okay, so this guy, yeah, will go underneath. That should be fine. So you'll go there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And boom. Cool. Round robin. Awesome. They're good to go. Now, before what we did is we did have a backup hydrogen tank so that we can like grab that hydrogen later if we needed it. We could do the same over here. What will that involve? That will involve pipes out the front. And then I guess... I don't actually know where these guys are... Oh, they're getting power from that. Oh, smart. Yeah. I think we'll do that. Alright. So, Ender Cell will go here. He's got power. Universal Pipes will go here. I've actually got the stuff on me. Beautiful. So, we'll grab both of those. Chuck in that. Chug in that. Cool. Hook up those. So, now they've got power. They've got water. Awesome. We can place that back. Now, these guys will need some pressurized tubing. I'll order a stack. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Also grab another tank. I do think the tanks are worth having. They might not be needed, but I think it's sort of like, it's such a small little effort to add them that we're just going to. So, hydrogen is dark blue. We want that to come out the front. So gases, we want dark blue, which is one output, to come out the front. And the bright output, we want that to, I guess, come out the top. That's the only free space we've got. So we'll go gases, and we'll double click that to have output at the top. Cool. And that should be perfect. That should all just work. We'll go ahead and configure that. Paste it there and there. Hook these up. This guy's getting hydrogen. We're going to have him dump excess. So once he's full, he'll dump all the extra stuff, allowing this machine to run. Because once again, if this fills up with oxygen, for example, the machine stops. It doesn't produce. So you'll either activate them here on these two side tabs, or you can pipe them into a tank and do it that way. So you've got a few options. So we're going to be outputting oxygen through the top, and we just need to run it into this guy. Now, once again, this guy will need two sides accessed. I feel like it makes the most sense to have the oxygen come in from the bottom, because we're going to have infinite oxygen regardless, right? So I feel like the sulfur might be something we want to monitor more, maybe. So I'm thinking we do that. Once again, I don't know if it's the play, but I think it's what we're going to do. So we can have this come over here, jump up there, and jump across there. So these guys, we're going to tell them, how do we actually make this? Oxygen on the left. So we're going to say the red side is actually going to input from the bottom. There we go. So he's got oxygen, and we're obviously going to do that for all of these. Oh, sorry. I instantly forget how the game works. Boom. So as you can see, they're getting oxygen. Cool. So, the next piece of this puzzle is the other gas. That will be coming in from the top. That will be input orange. So input number 2. Boom. And so that is going to come from an oxidizer, a chemical oxidizer. I really want to finish this episode. Alright, so these oxidizers... Now, we want these easily expandable. Where do I want to put them? Because I can place them here. They'll be right at the door. And it's going to be messy connecting to the pipe. So I almost want them along here. But then that's messy as... Oh, I guess I can have them along there. They can output from the top. No. Yeah. No. No, these are just sort of in the way. They can output from the top. We can input items from the sides. And then power. Sorry, and then power from the bottom or something. Alternatively, I can just place them above these. So, for example... oh, no, not for example. Oh, yeah, outputting from the bottom. They're going to input from the top anyway. Right? I can just place them on top. This can be a quick double-decker. We can tell this guy, hey, guess what? The gas you make, you output it at the bottom. Pretty simple stuff. The items you input from the top. Easy peasy. Grab that. Boom, boom. So he'll get the gas instantly. The items, we just need to connect up there. So that's obviously easy. That's just going to be a chest. Like so. Some item pipes preferably, just so we don't have anything else accidentally extract through them. Boom, boom. Make sure we set it to round robin so they all get their fair share. He's good to go. He obviously just needs gates, as do I think like everything else that we've just made. Oh, actually, how do you get power? Oh yeah, from the bottom. I instantly forget what we do. So we're going to connect there. Awesome. So they're powered. They just need the exporter. So we'll go ahead and order one of these good guys. Oh, if I can figure out the button to press. There we go. Wait for them to craft. And this guy's just going to export sulfur. Now, yeah, I don't know what our sulfur situation is. That's going to be, I think, a problem for another episode. But the premise and the processing should be done. All of which I think I've done my best to where, although the fronts look a little bit messy, to expand them should be just pretty much break a hole. If there's a pipe there, place another pipe, continue. Just place whatever's there, and it's just gonna be like 4 things, maybe 5 things to place maximum. And that's pretty good. I am pretty happy with this. This guy's not connecting as well. Mr. Gas, I believe you output at the back. That's like a very important part of this process. Cool. You're gonna go there. I'll break this. We may as well, you know, make this look nice and tidy. Cool. I think we can camouflage these. So we probably will come back and do some sort of camouflaging. But for now, I think it's fine. Alrighty. So this guy just needs sulfur. Once again, we want the Greg Tech sulfur, at least at the moment. So that guy will go there. We can turn off exact mode, so he'll put any sulfur that we do have in here. And hopefully that gets processed. And as you can see, it begins. Our entire process has started. We've got sulfuric acid created. And it's going in here, instantly being taken out and placed into these machines. And we're good to go. All I need to do now is add the recipes. So we can go ahead and have a look. Can we get a pattern grid? Allegedly we can. So, oh, there we go. Hold on. Pattern grid. We've got some patterns as well. Here. And we can start our first pattern. So, I don't actually remember how much we make. Now, I do think we want to use this, the block of raw iron, because it uses less sulfuric acid for what we use. I can show you here. 100 millibuckets and 3 raw iron gives you 2,000. Like, you get the same amount of slurry if you were to do, 9 ores, but 200 millibuckets instead of 300. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I'm sick, so I've got an excuse if I'm not. But we're going to do that. So, block of raw iron. It's going to be a processing one. Block of raw iron. And what do we want it to equal? What's the first thing that we import back into our system? It's the crystals. Cool. So, 1 block of raw, let's have a look, is going to make 6,000 slurry. So we go in here. That's a 1-to-1, and then 200. So we just go 6,000 divided by 200. So we're going to get 30. Am I wrong? I think I'm right. So we're going to get 30 of these crystals. And then that should be the system started in terms of it can now craft the crystals. And then all I need to do, I think, is put crafting cards on these. Maybe. Is that what we do? I'm not too sure now. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Because these aren't crafters, it's just going to be messy. We'll leave it for now because obviously I want to end this episode. But I do want to give this a shot. Currently, in terms of iron, we have 1,000 because that's how much we've got requested. So just 1,000 on the dot. I'm going to try to use up some raw iron. Actually, I think we're probably going to add a recipe for this stuff as well, but I'll just help the system out a little bit. You know, just craft a few of those. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to search crystal. And how many do we want? I'm going to do 1,000. So that's going to be 1,000 new pieces of iron. It's going to have to make 1,020. That's fine. We should end up with 2,020. Unless the crafter, unless something uses it. But that's going to be 34. So I'm going to click start. What should happen is the ore should go in there. Instantly, they're not in round robin. Alright, let's go ahead and take that out. And put that back in there. Now they're split up evenly. Awesome. We obviously don't have the upgrades we want. That's fine. I'm going to order a stack of each. That's going to use some of our iron. From there, we've got the slurry. As you can see, each of them have the same amount. That's being converted 1 to 1, and that's going in here. Once it has 200 millibuckets, as you'll see in a second, it processes it, and we get the crystal. The crystal should instantly go out of here. It may have already done it, to be honest. But it should have instantly been taken out of here. Crystal, hold on. Have we missed a step? What goes in here? Shards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have I done? Shards. You get the shard from a chemical injection chamber on the crystal. We don't have a chemical injection chamber. Ay caramba. Alright. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're almost there. The room's being used up. I'll tell you that much. Oh, what's that that's dropping? Some squid. Yeah, thank you for watching. We missed a step, but that's okay. Gives us something to do next episode. No, but yeah, that is a problem. Quite embarrassing as well, but we'll sort it out. It's fine. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you've had some fun. Hopefully, I'm really hoping you guys didn't realize as well, or else this whole episode was just pain. Just excruciating pain for you. I'm sorry. Alright, well anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you, of course, to our donators and channel members. Thank you to our Tier 3 channel members, Melizzi, Andre, and Final Phoenix 13. Thank you, guys. Thank you yourself for watching the video. Thank you. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. It might be tomorrow, it might be a few days from now. Depends on whether I can get one happening, as you can tell. But I appreciate the patience, and I appreciate the support. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.